The Wall of Honor was conceived to recognize those individuals who used Putnam High School as a stepping stone for successful achievement, and to also serve as a continual reminder to current students that with determination, effort, and persistence, they too might someday be so honored. Thus, attending Putnam High School was a requirement. As the founding committee was drafting the Constitution and bylaws, a major question surfaced. Were individuals who made a significant contribution to the school, but never as a student, being overlooked? All on the committee were able to recall a teacher, coach, administrator, or staff member who deserved consideration based on exceptional service. Thus, an additional category was added. In this class of 2024, we honor our first inductee who meets that criteria. Albert Cormier served as guidance counselor at Putnam High School for 7 years before moving on. However, his contributions while at PHS and his continued involvement with the school and community, even in retirement, certainly make him a worthy addition to the wall. The Putnam native grew up in a Main Street apartment upstairs from Marion's Market with sisters Claire and Janet. The proximity of St. Mary's Church and the Roman Catholic faith played a significant role in the Cormier family, especially Al, throughout his lifetime. St. Mary's School provided his early education, allowed a short walk home for lunch, and the opportunity to serve as a knight of the altar, assisting the parish priests during church services. Although a Putnam native, Marionopolis Prep School as a day hop was Al's choice for his secondary education. Then it was on to St. Thomas Seminary in Bloomfield for 2 years before matriculating to St. Francis College in Biddeford, Maine to obtain his bachelor degree in French in 1967. Al always possessed a sense of fairness. As a senior serving a final Mass at St. Francis, he felt it was unnecessary for 2 collections. The solution? Hide the collection baskets before the second offering. As the Mass continued, the search for the baskets proved futile, and the parishioners departed with a few extra coins in their pocket. The sin must have been forgiven, for he was hired as the counselor of admissions the following year. An impressive 26-year military career began with an Army enlistment in 1968, led to service in Vietnam as an interrogator in military intelligence, and culminated with the reception of a Bronze Star. While guidance counselor at PHS, he resumed his military career by enlisting in the Connecticut National Guard, became a commissioned officer in 1982, achieved the rank of major before retiring in 2001, and continued his support of veterans through his membership in VFW Post 1523. Upon his military discharge in 1969, he returned to Putnam, began graduate studies, and shortly thereafter accepted a position at his high school alma mater, Marionopolis. His myriad duties established the groundwork for what was to become an extensive career as a highly regarded school counselor. A yearbook tribute in 1973 stated, "We dedicate this to an individual who has been dean, teacher, advisor, and coach for our class for 3 years. But most of all, he has been our friend, for without being our friend, the other aspects would be irrelevant." Attending an Amherst College cotillion in 1967 with another date didn't prevent Al from noticing another attractive attendee. But it wasn't until a joint skiing trip in the winter of 1972 that the friendship between Joyce Jewell and Al became serious and resulted in a wedding in 1974. Following his 6-year stay at Marionopolis, Al made the difficult decision to join his father at Cormier Larrow Motors, the family's automotive business. However, a call from then Putnam High School principal Charlotte McCullough inquired about his interest in resuming as a guidance counselor. His father understood. Al's heart was in education, and with Dad's blessing, he began his Putnam High career in the fall of 1979. Family dynamics changed rather quickly after his new assignment. Joyce and Al welcomed daughter Kerry as their first family addition, then relocated to Vandale Street in the backyard of Putnam High just 2 months before Mandy became daughter number 2. It was early in his 9-year Putnam High School career that he was christened Chief by a congregation of students, a nickname that continued even as he moved on to Woodstock Academy. His highly adorned counselor's office served as a magnet for students, some seeking guidance concerns, and a place of respite and relaxation for others. Former student William Lychek, who Al successfully nominated for the Wall of Honor in 2020, spoke of his quiet and unsung efforts that reveal the depth and care for all students that Al championed throughout his career in education and beyond. And a significant talent was always to care and to teach and to inspire. But all of his time at Putnam High was not spent in the counselor's office. As his official school day duties concluded, he continued his student activities as soccer coach for both the girls and boys teams. Serving as class advisor, establishing the alternative learning offering, creating the Quinebaug Valley Community College Credits Program, all contributed to Al's induction into Phi Delta Kappa Professional Education Fraternity and a yearbook recognition from the Putnam High School student body as he concluded his 9-year stay.
Al has been phenomenal. I've watched him, I witnessed him with kids and seen what the results are of a troubled youth who's met with Al Cormier.
Although he moved on from PHS to Woodstock Academy, Putnam High and the students he impacted were never forgotten. Al was responsible for successfully nominating 3 of his former students, David Breaux, William Lychek, and Kevin Rice, who he will now join on the Wall of Honor. He also maintained a strong interest in the welfare of the area's young people. As a member of the Putnam Lions Club, he headed the teenage arm of the organization, the Putnam Leo Club. As its leader, guide, and mentor, he took the Leos to heights never previously achieved. As membership grew, he involved the young students in community activities that led to national recognition.
How passionate he was about everything in his life translates so clearly. And he was one of those people who you could just tell gave 100% to whatever he did, whether it was Leos, Lions, American Legion.
Involvement in numerous and varied organizations led to countless awards through his lifetime, including the Warren Schul National Student Council Advisor of the Year in 1998 and the Melvin Jones Fellows Award from the Lions Club International Foundation in 2014. Since the Roman Catholic faith played a major role in Al Cormier's life, it only seems appropriate to conclude with a tribute from his childhood friend, Father Larry LaPointe. Father Larry stated, "Al Cormier had the temperament, the personality, the discipline, and the vision to empower others to reach high and succeed where they might otherwise have failed their often undervalued potential. He will now continue to impact Putnam High School students in his rightful place on the Wall of Honor."